If this video will be favorable to some of my viewers, will be also having a series of cooking once in a while in the channel, so you will be familiarized with the Filipino dishes. I'm here right now in my guest house. Today we'll show you how we make this Cebuano delicacy during Holy Week that is very popular. It's called Binignit. Binignit may be called Ginataan in Luzon, but this is what we call it here in the Visayas region. Now I'm gonna show you the ingredients. Sen is like a chef here. He likes cooking, so he'll be the one cooking all this, because my cooking prowess is different. I'm only learning how to cook English food. So at first, the main ingredients of the Binignit are root crops. So then sometimes I call the Binignit root crop stew. Now here, this is the sweet potato. The sweet potato we have here is orange in the middle. That one is the yellow potato, and then the purple sweet potato, because there's three kinds of sweet potatoes. Three colors rather: purple, orange, and yellow. So that sweet potato that you see are the one that we are been buying from Carbon Market, and it costs normally, a sweet potato is normally 15 pesos to 20 pesos a kilo. Because it's Holy Week, the sweet potato has shoot up to 30 pesos to 35 pesos a kilo in Carbon Market. And you know, of course, it's going to be 2 or 3 times in the supermarket. So this is, we buy this at 30 pesos per kilo, the shoot up price. That's 1.5 kilo of sweet potato. Here, this is what you call the purple yam, ube. Purple yam, usually about 40 to 50 pesos a kilo, but right now it's 80 pesos a kilo in Carbon Market. That's the purple yam. Next ingredients is the taro. Those two little ones there. Although we have taros planted around this side of my boundaries, but Sen found these two on the road while we're walking, going home from the Carbon. But usually, same as the purple yam, gabe is about 60 to 80 pesos a kilo now and at Holy Week, but usually it's 30 to 40 pesos a kilo. Now this is not the root crops, but this is the banana. This is called the cardaba banana, and this should be the main ingredients aside from the coconut milk. So bananas are a must, especially cardaba bananas, not so ripe, like they call it, like not so green but not so ripe, like in the middle, so it won't be so squishy. And then as additional ingredients, you have the landang. Ma'am Pearly D, indeed, it is landang season now. Landang is made from palm fruits. So there you are. That's the palm fruits. I will show. There's one place in Cebu that makes all this, and it is so tedious to make this landang, and it's just mixed with binignit and any with coconut recipe. And here, of course, the Moscovo sugar. This Moscovo sugar is 20 pesos for like half a kilo or 1/4 kilo. And this is the what you call sticky rice. Sticky rice is like 20 pesos for 1/4 a kilo. That's 1/4. And the landang, by the way, that's 10 pesos for just, I don't know, it's only like 100 grams or 200 grams. But we paid 10 pesos for that one. And the decoration of the binignit is made of sago. So when it's floating around in the stew, you will see the different colors. This is also made of palm and mixed with flour. No, cassava mixed with flour. That one is the palm fruit. Now I remember. Cassava mixed with flour and shaped into balls. And this is the ingredients of the binignit, aside from the highlight that you will see next. Now this is the highlight of the root crop stew or binignit, is the coconut. Fresh coconut milk is what I'm using. And luckily, we have a coconut outside the gardens of the guest house and also a few around my lands. We have our own coconut. That's why I don't let Sen buy some coconut, because the Loy can just pick it up. It's only like a few inches from the ground. So, sa Luyudong, you can see a lot of coconuts here, because so many that we are not using it. Diya ka na mga donut, di na. Di atubangan rin na usay. I was saying the matured one here in the back, not the old ones, because you know the old coconuts, we usually just replant them on the side of the hill to hold, you know, where my river is. I lined them off like about 200 coconuts now from this one. It takes years for it to grow. Awa diri because daro kana kani dong kanang green di simong kamot, simong luyo kana, luyo simong kamot pa. Ay, tay pa. I'll just be the one. Kani ba? Kana Kana Kana. That's matured. Wala. Dama na. Naog na. So that's our coconut, where it's always fruiting, this coconut non-stop all year round. Now you can see the Loy is peeling off the coconuts, like taking it out from the husk. The husk we use it for plants, orchids, and we chip it up as well to use as, that's the coconut, the matured one, because then the flesh will then be used as coconut milk. So the next one, because you know they love their like coconut dishes around here, because vegetables with coconut milk, because we got a lot of coconut milk, and Daloy really loves those coconut dish, like coconut dishes, or they call it gata here in the Philippines. He likes always making gata. Like squash with just coconut milk. There. It's only a small coconut inside. That's why we need 5 for just those ingredients. So they're not the young ones, the coconut that you drink, Biko, we call the young ones. The old one is lubi in the Visayas, it's niyog in Tagalog, Luzon area. Let's see what the brown one size-wise. This coconut husk that you see, we'll just dry it up in the sun until they're really crumbly, and then we use it to wrap around the orchids or as padding for my ornamental plants. Now that Sen is living in my guest house, he will be able to help me all these gardenings I had. She can stay here as long as he wants, because it is favorable to me, especially if I'm not here, to guide Daloy, because he can speak the language. So that's the matured one. So this is the next step. Daloy will grind the coconut flesh from that makeshift coconut grinder. This is the old-fashioned way of getting out the coconut meat from the shell. And then there, he's breaking it up. Have you noticed this thing in this one? This is called like buwa. It's actually very nice to eat. There. It's sweet. So that is the old-fashioned way to grind out coconut meat. Oh, natiwas tanan dong.
Buwan man na siya.
Napa na eh?
Gahi naman na siya.
Pugaon bitaw na. Pwede pa na eh. So, because we only make sure that we only got 4. So, just take it off because anyway, we're not using the meat. Coconut meat is only the juice. Naman na. There. So this is how the old-fashioned way on grinding out the coconut meat. And what you see in the modern times, especially in the grocery, is they have like machine. It only takes a couple of minutes. You buy the coconut and they'll grind it out for you. But since we do it fresh, pick up and then use, this is how we do it. Now this is the complete ingredients of the binignit. It's all ready now. The bananas has been sliced like this. The sweet potato has been sliced like that. And then the purple yam. So to recap, the ingredients is mostly root crops, which is the sweet potato, and the taro, of course, the white one there on the side, that's the taro. The 2 kinds of potato. We don't have the orange one. We thought we'd have the orange. It's purple and yellow. And then the purple yam, the powdered Moscow sugar, the sticky rice, landang, palm fruits, bananas, and the sago as decoration. And the star of the show is the fresh coconut milk that the Lloyd just climbed up, grind it conventionally, and now Sen has managed to get out the milk out of it. This is the first milk of those 4 coconuts. So there you go. That is the Binignit ingredients ready to cook. So Sen now started to cook. He's the one who loves cooking, so I'll just be the big geographer. And the second pulp of the coconut is the one that he puts in this pot. And so the second lot, when it boils, he will put the sweet potato, the taro, and also the ube. Also the ube. So it's only going to be the sweet potato and the taro. And you can either wait for it to boil. Turn on. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. So either you wait for it to boil, but San decided to put all the sweet potato so it can be totally cooked. So that's the sweet potato, the yellow one first. So when this thin coconut milk starts to boil, it will be boiling as well the potatoes, sweet potatoes, and the taro.
Yes. Taro will be the last.
And that's the purple sweet potato. So you have to, like, are you putting it in? No.
No, not
Okay.
yet.
Just the sweet potato. When it boils, you put on the taro. Now the coconut milk has started to boil. So the next step is to put the sticky rice. So the sticky rice will absorb the coconut milk.
And then, let's wait for a while. Another kulo. Let's put the gabi now.
So after that, just
Dapat slow cooking.
then slow cooking. Then you put in the taro, because the taro needs to also soften up so well like the sweet potato. So that. Okay. So now the water is slowly simmering, and since the rice is now absorbing the first coconut milk, he put in 1/4 cup of water. Then stir up so it won't keep on sticking on the bottom, especially the sticky rice. So we'll wait for it till the sticky rice is cooked. You can actually smell now this coconut. Then put more turn on the stove a bit higher, not full, so it can go a little bit faster to boil. But you continue stirring the pot so the sticky rice won't settle on the bottom. Now it starts to boil, and then the sticky rice start to rise up on the top. He's putting in the purple yam. It's really smelling sweet here. The coconut is. Now you can see the benignit start to materialize or taking shape as the root crop stew, I used to call it. But this is our typical food for Filipinos during Holy Week. And the next one is Biko, which is the sticky rice with coconut milk and sugar. So you just continue on.
We add additional water.
Because Sen don't want to use this cutleries that I have here on my guest house, which is the this like he said, it's plastic. So I will be buying some bamboo utensils so he can use it here. That's why he's using the spoon. I'll check if I had some additional some ladles there later.
It's okay.
So the benignit is simmering slowly. So because it's better that it's not cooking so fast, it's simmering. And now the landang is mixed in. That's the palm fruits, or that's from the palm. I know it's from the palm, but I gotta have to find someone who's making that because I heard it's so tedious. Then after the palm fruit, it will be the decorative sago made of cassava and flour. Its main purpose is only for decoration to make your benignit colorful.
Wow.
Oh.
Net production. Wow, di ba?
Well, so look, see how colorful.
Ah,
Yes.
and
The sugar.
the banana, but
Let's simmer it first.
Let's put first the original gata.
So the first squeeze out coconut milk because this it's really smelling so nice. I mean sweet.
We don't even have the rangkap.
Yeah, we don't even. Some people put jackfruit on benignit to make it smell so sweet, but this one, if you're here, it really smells so sweet without the jackfruit. Simmer it. This is the first squeeze out coconut milk, so it's like pure. There you can see. So simmer it first before you add the last part of the first coconut milk.
Look at that.
Yes, very nice. Really smells so nice. So we will just have, the three of us be eating this, me, Deloy, and Sen, because, my old bee and my daughter don't eat this. Now the benignit is starting to simmer up. The last fruit ingredients will be the bananas, because the bananas easily squash up, I mean. So there's the banana. Now this is the benignit specialty of Zen. This is his way of cooking benignit, and so much different from the benignit that I've been eating around. I admit I don't know how to cook. So if you have, that one of his sense ambition is to have his own restaurant, that because he likes cooking frustrated chef, but he does cook some nice food. He does like cooking and experiment on ingredients. He even got his favorite. He got lumpia with sweet potato. That's the one you have to see. So, if this video will be favorable to some of my viewers, will be also having a series of cooking once in a while in the channel, so you will be familiarized with the Filipino dishes. Like, Sen will be the chef. Like inununan, munggos, special munggos, or the mongo beans, and especially the lumpia of Sen that is really unique is with sweet potato. Wow, it's really sticky. No corruption cooking. All there, all ingredients present. So, the last will be the powdered sugar. So, he's now putting in the last pure coconut milk. So, there's a little bit left. So, now the rice has already absorbed most of it, the sticky rice. And there you go. Then after that is the muscovado sugar that to taste, because some don't like it so sweet. So it has to be to your own taste. But the best sugar is the muscovado sugar, the powdered sugar. And for foreigners, Binignit is actually a Holy Week. Usually people here in the Philippines, or in the Visayas rather, cook this around Holy Friday, and we'll be eating it for lunch, dinner, until Saturday. So that's why you have to be cooking it a lot, because like it's one of the fasting food, because in Catholics you're not allowed to eat meat, or in the faith will tell you that not to eat meat during Holy Week, especially Friday and Saturday. I don't know what's the connection, but that's the part of the sacrifice. And so this is the alternative of your fasting, is to eat this Binignit or the Biko, the sticky rice cakes. The sticky rice dessert, Biko. That's one of the Binignit, but most common is Binignit. That's why you can see the prices shooting up in the markets. This whole recipe, look, it's overwhelming us, cost us around more or less 200 pesos. And no corruption cooking. That's it. You got the last part of the pure coconut milk in there. So maybe some will wonder, what is no corruption cooking? No corruption cooking is like you put all the ingredients to the budget. We budgeted this around 200 pesos. But look at what he cooked out of the 200 pesos, And if you have somebody else cooking for you, I have experienced it in the past that you get all the ingredients so they can cook pancit or whatever they cook for you, and then you notice that why is this not, the ingredients is lacking, or the actual quantity of the food is lacking. So this one, all in Binignit. And the last one here is the muscovado sugar. That will be when everything is ready for sweeteners to your taste. So it's now slowly simmering. And now the last ingredients of all is the sweetener, which is the muscovado sugar. So Sen will just slowly or gradually mix it in, because he will have to make sure that there's no spillage all around, because he's very particular with that one. There. Smells really nice. You know what? Without the jackfruit, that one that smells nice is the sticky rice with coconut. They are like perfect combination. Wow, almost there. So this is now the binignit. We will have our first taste of it. That's for the Loy there. He just went out. He wants to eat it with bread. And here's mine. And I'm gonna taste it now. Really nice. You know what makes the difference on this one? It's not like floating on the sauce. Actually, if you want it sweeter, because I know that I would like it sweeter, we put the extra sugar here, the powdered sugar, the muscovado. But for me, this is already not enough sweetness. Wow. Really nice. That's our binignit for Holy Week. So we are dining this binignit overlooking the view of the city here and the balcony of my guest house. So you can see it's a very hot day today here in Cebu, Philippines. Good Friday. That's the view. It's very windy. You can see the movement of all the trees that surrounds us. It's very nice in here. Always windy, and you can see the view of the islands. But the binignit is really nice.